Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to lesson 12.1, Customary Units of Length. Let's get started. The lesson objective for today is I can compare and convert customary units of length by determining if I am changing from a larger unit to a smaller unit, or reverse, with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Please pause now to write the I can and by statement in your digital math notebook. All right, 5th graders. In this unit, we're going to talk about measurements. Measurements have a lot of different conversions when we're going from big things to small things or vice versa. I don't expect you to memorize all of the conversion tables, but I do want you to know what they look like and how they work. Today we're talking about units of length. When we measure length in the customary system, we're talking about inches, feet, yards, and miles. And the other important thing to remember, and we'll talk about this in class, is if we're changing from a big thing to a small thing, or a small thing to a big thing. And so there's a little poem you can memorize to help you remember which way you're going to do. So here's our little picture. A horse is a big thing, and a fly is a small thing. So if you're going to go from horse to fly, it rhymes. If you go from horse to fly, you multiply. Now, if you're going to go from a big thing to a small thing, like a horse to a fly, it's in the picture again. From fly to horse, we divide, of course. So we're going to talk about this a lot, and you'll have it memorized, but having these little tricks to help us remember are going to make this unit a lot easier. Let's keep going. All right, 5th graders, today we are talking about units of length. When we convert smaller units to a larger unit, think about that. A smaller unit is like a fly, and we're going to a large unit like a horse. There's my little stick horse. So from fly to horse, we divide, of course. The distance between the new high school and the football field is 2 miles. How does this distance compare to 10,000 feet? That's the question that we're trying to answer. So our first step says that we need to blank the total number of miles by blank. So let's look at our problem here. We have 2 miles. We need to know the number of feet in 1 mile, and that will tell us the total feet. When we are going from a mile to a foot, a mile is big and a horse is big. A fly is small and feet are small. So we are going from something big to something small. And when we go from a horse to a fly, we multiply. So we need to multiply the total number of miles by 5,280. Because there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. I'll write that to the side. 5,280 times 2. 0 times 2 is 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4 plus the 5 on top. And 2 times 5 is 10. So that gives us 10,560. And we know that 10,560 is larger than 10,000 feet. So our job in this lesson is to be able to convert and compare units of measurement. Let's practice another one together. All right, we're back in our digital math notebook. In your digital math notebook, you have a copy of this conversion chart, and it's here on the table. We're going to solve this problem of finding out how many yards, 15 yards is how many feet. And we're going to fill in each one of these boxes to help us solve the problem. So it says first off, we're going to write the equation. 15 yards is how many feet? And the next thing we need to know is what units we are working with. So we are working with yards and feet. So we're going to write that in this box. Yards and feet. Now we need to decide if we're going from large to small or small to large. So I know that yards are the big thing and feet are the small thing. So if I'm going from the big thing to the small thing, remember our rhyme, horses are big. From horse to fly, we multiply. So here is our small thing. We're going to a big thing. We need to multiply. So now we need to know what we need to multiply by. So we're going to go to our handy dandy conversion chart, and we are going to look at the fact that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So if I have 15 yards, that would be 15 times 3. And 15 is like on a clock. So if I had 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 would be 45. So I know that 15 yards is 45 feet. Please pause now to type in your words and show your work in your digital math notebook. Great job so far, 5th graders. It's time for the lesson activity. We're going to solve another problem just like we just did together, except this time we are looking at feet and inches. So the first thing we need to know is the units we are working with. We are working with feet and inches. Feet are bigger than inches. So remember our handy dandy rhyme. When we're going from horse to fly, we multiply. So think about that. If we're going from something big to something small, we need to multiply. But now we need to go to our conversion chart and think about what we're going to multiply. So again, let's look over here, feet and inches. I see that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So that means that I need to multiply 12 times 6. 12 times 6 is a math fact. 12 times 6 is 72. So that means that 6 feet is 72 inches. Go ahead and pause here, 5th graders, and make sure that everything on the screen is typed into your digital math notebook. Great job, 5th graders. When you feel comfortable with this lesson, complete the exit slip to show your teacher your understanding. Great job!